Widespread strike actions disrupt key sectors across the USA. Date: October 4th, 2024. In a startling turn of events, the United States finds itself grappling with an unprecedented wave of labor unrest. What began as isolated incidents has now snowballed into a nationwide movement, with workers from various sectors taking to the picket lines. The country, long accustomed to relative labor peace, now faces a stark new reality. America is on strike. At the port of Los Angeles, the usual cacophony of cranes and container ships has been replaced by an eerie silence. Thousands of dockworkers, their hard hats abandoned, stand in united protest. "We thought we were essential workers," says Maria Rodriguez, a veteran longshoreman. "But now we realize we're just disposable cogs in their profit machine." This sentiment echoes across the nation. From healthcare facilities in Minnesota to auto plants in Michigan, workers are demanding not just better pay, but a fundamental reassessment of their value in society. The strikes have caught many off guard. Corporate boardrooms, which had been celebrating record profits, now find themselves scrambling to keep operations afloat. "We never saw this coming," admits a visibly shaken CEO of a major retailer who spoke on condition of anonymity. "We thought the pandemic had made workers more compliant, more grateful for their jobs. We were wrong." Indeed, the pandemic seems to have had the opposite effect. It crystallized for many the stark disparities between those who could work from home and those who had to risk their lives daily. This realization has become a potent catalyst for change. At Kaiser Permanente, the nation's largest nonprofit healthcare system, the walkout of 75,000 workers has left hospitals in crisis. Emergency rooms are overwhelmed, surgeries postponed, and patients left in limbo. Dr. Sarah Chun, an overworked ER physician, paints a grim picture. "We're at a breaking point. Our nurses and support staff have been pushed too far for too long. Something had to give." The auto industry, once the beating heart of American manufacturing, now stands still. Assembly lines at GM, Ford, and Stellantis are silent, with thousands of workers demanding not just better wages, but guarantees about their future in an increasingly electrified industry. But perhaps the most surprising development has been the public's reaction. Instead of frustration at the disruptions, there's a growing sense of solidarity. Social media is awash with supportive messages, and GoFundMe pages for striking workers are raising millions. "We thought people would be angry at us for inconveniencing them," says Tom Jenkins, a striking auto worker. "But they're bringing us food, joining our picket lines. It's like they've been waiting for someone to take a stand." This groundswell of support has caught politicians off guard. Many, who had long taken labor's acquiescence for granted, are now scrambling to align themselves with the movement. The strikes have become a litmus test for the 2024 elections, with candidates being judged on their labor credentials. As negotiations drag on, the economic impact deepens. Supply chains, already strained by global events, are at a breaking point. Economists warn of potential shortages and inflationary pressures if resolutions aren't reached soon. Yet, for many workers, the stakes are too high to back down. "We're not just fighting for ourselves," explains nurse Janet Kim from Kaiser Permanente. "We're fighting for the idea that in America, hard work should be rewarded with dignity and a living wage. We thought that was a given. Now we know it's something we have to fight for." As the sun sets on another day of strikes, America finds itself at a crossroads. The outcome of these labor actions will likely shape the nation's economic and social landscape for years to come. One thing is clear: the American worker, long considered docile and defeated, has awakened, and they're demanding to be heard.